Hello ladies and sirs, welcome to another video. This one is a bit of a different one and it's going to be long. This video is a full-length version of the King debate me and Adz had in the last episode of UnityCraft. So if you want the shorter version, go watch my episode 11 of UnityCraft. But for those of you who want to see all the questions that were asked and all of me and Adz's responses, you're in the right place. Hopefully this long video doesn't quite disrupt the algorithm too much, but we'll just see. Hope you enjoy, ladies and sirs.
Hello everyone, we are gathered here today to all attend this amazing debate between Adz Labs, Adz 7, CEO and founder, and Saram of Saram Tech.
Yay!
Founder and CEO of Saram Tech. That is what he's here for. Anyway, I have multiple questions lined up for us today that we're going to be asking in the mind of the public, of course. I will be sharing no input throughout this entire experience. Anyway, we're going to be asking the first question. So, just a general question in general, what do you plan on doing when you become king?
Me first? Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with Adz first.
Okay. So, as king, as I've stated in my memorandum, my book over there, I plan to enforce fair trading and fair distribution of community profits and materials to bettering the spawn. I also promise to keep the trading basically fair. Just everyone has their own shop, everyone can set their own prices, everyone can sell their own things, and trading should be fair like that. Also, another thing that I promise to do as king is to use the Adz Labs' resources to keep the place safe. I've got the Adz Labs bunker. If there's ever any case of mob overtack or something, then I've got materials on there. Everyone go hide down there, grab things, come back out. Adz Labs is all about not only just about innovation and science and betterment, but also about keeping the public safe. Safety and fair trading. That's the main thing for me.
All right, that's all right. Epic. So moving on to you. What are you going to do once you become president? Mr. Saram 12.
President, you mean king?
Same thing,
President
thing. Really. If you think about it, yeah.
Rich, coming from Saram Tech, basically our major goal is to obviously better humanity, better the future, and everything else. Rich, Adz says he's going to distribute the wealth of major projects like that. Adz, I feel like will only keep things mostly the same. Rich, I will be building great monuments to this society, things that will move the server forward. Rich, all major infrastructure is what all the diamonds are going to be going towards. Also, some diamonds every now and again will be equally distributed towards members for, just making sure no people go under. Some people are a lot more richer than others, and some people don't deserve to be left behind. There should be equality across the server in wealth, not just one person having all the power and wealth. Adz 7's got a lot of wealth over there, and I don't see him sharing it around very much.
Hey.
So, you can't say anything. So, Rich, that's something that Saram Tech would do, but also just major infrastructure, Rich. There needs to be things everywhere. We need to make a giant, we need to make great structures to, hold on, what's the thing I'm trying to say? Oh, yeah.
That sounds a little
I
like
want to make an empire. Huh?
That sounds a little bit like industrialism.
Industrialism? Is that a bad thing?
No.
At least it's done right.
If it improves society, that's good. As for protection, Rich, we're able to make plenty of iron golems to protect the server, rather than needing to spend resources to make a bunker. You, Adz 7, are fear-mongering. Why have you made a giant bunker? There's no need
Because
for
you're
it.
on the server.
Oh, I see. That's racism. Just because I'm a robot.
Robots aren't a race. They're not even a species. They're not alive.
Excuse me.
They're not alive. You're not alive.
Wow. Do you hear that, everybody?
Am I wrong?
All right, I think that's good enough for this segment. We're gonna move on to the next segment.
Thank you, Bacon.
All right, so there's actually been a lot of chaos in the server recently, especially involving killings.
Yes.
I would like to point out the fact that someone literally just died on the stage pretty recently, actually, and I have been the victim of several terrorism attacks. I would just like to ask, will there be any significant rule changes in the form of PvP or any kind of warfare in general?
Well, the thing is, when it comes to enforcing rules, a lot of the time, enforcing rules against something can sometimes raise the rate of it actually happening. Like saying it is illegal can cause people to say, "Oh, let's fucking kill everyone." Handsesh, I'm looking at you right now because he likes to be a murderer. The thing is, though, there is no current rule in place saying don't just kill everyone everywhere. So I think it'd actually be a good idea to have specific events where you can, PvP, whatever. But when it comes to in the shopping district, especially when recording, don't just go and snipe people while recording. When it's in your own time, when you're not recording, you can have fun, you can, kill each other. Fighting, as long as both people consent to fight, there's no real problem with that. But if someone doesn't want to be killed, they shouldn't be killed. That's not consensual killing. I think there should be a rule against killing someone without their consent, or like fighting without consent. Both must consent to fighting.
Alright, so let's move on to Saram 12. How will you be taking on this matter?
Surprisingly, Adz has a very similar view to how I see things. People should not be killed. People should not have to worry about losing their items. Generally, the servers are already a pretty peaceful place. Well, except for Han.
Except for that one up
What?
there.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
He's got his mouth
Sorry,
open happily.
we're both singling you out here. But generally, Rich, I think Rich, me and Adz are kind of on the same page when it comes to this. Rich, people should have consent when they need to be killed, and generally, you don't want to lose your stuff.
If someone whips out a sword, you say, "I don't consent," and they go, "Aww."
The only thing I might propose as king is that people who continually kill people without any sort of consent, if there's a large enough number of people complaining, that person may be sent to some sort of prison.
The brig.
For a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for?
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, rehabilitation. That's
Some
the
12.
word I'm
I've
looking for.
heard of your Srom Tech.
What about it?
I know some of the things that you've got going on behind the scenes. It's not just any regular prison. Let's just say that. What's the next question?
Alright, so I actually wanted to point out one of the facts that this, although being a rule, this rule may be hard to enforce. And I just want to ask the question, how do you guys plan on enforcing such rules?
Well, the thing is, as king, the king will be able to have control of the shopping district, of course, and the profits of the server. And what that could mean, also the king would have administrative access. So really, if it gets too bad, if someone is actually constantly ignoring the rules after multiple warnings, even after being sent to like a naughty corner timeout, there would actually be what's the word? There would be precedence for even like a one-day ban if they are actually really just absolutely turning against, or even if they are constantly being an awful person, ignoring the rules, ruining people's videos. They could even be asked to leave the server if it gets that bad. But I don't think it's going to get that bad. I really don't think even Handset would want to be that bad. So I don't think that would be a concern. But those punishments are in place. If you really do want to be an absolute menace, an absolute against everyone on the server, then you should be punished for it. And that can include like having your accessibility lowered on the server, such as having punishments being put into a room for a little bit, or even just a one-day ban, or even a couple-day ban. But I don't think it's going to come to that.
All right. So let's move on to Saram. How will you take on this matter?
There is a very simple answer to this. It's called fear.
That does not sound
if
good.
someone, excuse me, Answer 7, I'd like you to be quiet. Rich, if someone is a really big nuisance, say Answer 7 for example, with Saram Tech in power, the main thing that would be done is, Rich, multiple members of Saram Tech will be gathered up as a death squad and taken to your house to eliminate the problem. A tax will then be taken out of your account in the form of diamonds.
So,
I think that will...
Didn't you just say that fighting should not be done without consent? That doesn't
that's not including the government. I said people, not the government.
So the government's over the people.
Well, yes, that's what a government is.
So you're saying the government shouldn't have the best interests of the people in mind?
Oh, no. That's not what I'm saying, N7. Don't twist my words.
So the best interest is that they get killed. Next question.
No. If
question.
someone is... Adz7, you can't twist my words.
I gotta let him finish.
If someone is really being a nuisance, Rich, rather than just banning them from the server, Rich, they need to have a tax taken out of them, a penalty of some sort, and also the people coming to your base to kill you is a bit of a deterrent. You don't want people on death squad coming to your house and taking care of people. This won't be for any people who just killed here and there. These are for the really worst of the worst people who need to be dealt with. This isn't for just killing every now and again. If someone is really a problem to the server, they will be dealt with.
I don't like your
That's
tone.
the case.
All right, I think that's a suitable response for both ends here. So now that we've talked about some of the problems on the server, I would actually like to talk about some of the positives here. So as you can see, our shopping district looks really amazing. It's really come far.
It does.
But I'm kind of curious, how do you guys plan to even further improve said shopping district? You know, it still seems somewhat barren in some locations, and I'm very curious to see what you guys are willing to do for the shopping district.
Well, the main thing I see, we have lots of creative people on the server, lots of people have ideas for stuff to build, and I definitely want to support those ideas. If someone wants to build, like, XRMC just built that little concrete shot over there, that's really nice. He says he wants to one day build, like, a bigger thing on top of it. I want to really promote that, be able to help him out with any resources and help that needs to be able to build that up bigger. Also, if any people have ideas for, there's a storage wall, if you want to build a bigger kind of building for that, like an actual proper warehouse. Basically what I'm saying is just people have ideas, we're going to listen to them, and we're going to help them out. Everyone can contribute together to help build massive things. If someone has an idea to build a big old statue somewhere, then if everyone likes it enough and it's in a good place, we can all work together to help build it up together and just make this a really nice looking place. If someone wants to expand the island out to put another shop down, then we can do that all together.
Alright, so now we're going to move on to Saram 12's answer. How will you be taking on this president?
Rich, the first thing that would come onto the agenda is defense. Defense is something that we do not have enough of the server, for which I propose putting up certain walls around the district to help keep things out. Possibly even build giant turrets to, you know, target those pesky phantoms that everybody seems to hate.
Once again, shooting the public.
Not shooting the public. Adz7, what are you saying? I'm saying shooting the mobs, shooting the problems, not shooting the people. That is not what I'm saying.
Did you just say the fans?
No, phantoms.
Oh, phantoms, okay.
Those are a problem, Adz7. As you saw from like the auction, from that clip, that was a mayhem. So defense something up, Rich. We also need public works projects of things that you will inspire the server and future generations of people on here. Rich, big monuments to the server of some sort. Think ancient monuments of Rome.
Right.
Need more
so the
things
slaves.
like that. What? Adz7. What are you talking about?
There was
No,
slaves were whipped
people
in
would be
things for pyramids.
people would be paid for their services as a 7. Gee whiz. Is that what you assume? Is that what you assume public projects are done?
That's what I assume you do.
You're proposing. No, at the 7. I'm not heartless like that.
You literally, you just said you're a robot. The robots don't have actual human hearts.
Excuse me, I find that offensive.
How? Am I wrong?
Yes, you are wrong.
Really? Do you have a heart inside of you?
No.
Well, then I'm right. You don't have a heart.
Goodness, I have the equivalent. Gee, at the 7 saying I don't have a
I
heart.
identify
He's
as human.
heartless. Rich, we need giant structures for people to look at and just really be inspired by. Rich, just having things for people to look at and go, gee, that inspires me to build even bigger and better things on the server, can make things even better. If people need contributions by the SIRR Tech government, they shall be provided. But with the allowance I mentioned earlier, people shall have an allowance to go towards their projects they want, just to encourage people to build other things.
All right, I'd say this was a really good section here. That is, it's wrapped up really nicely. But we've been talking a lot about giving, but what are some taking? How are there any form of any kind of taxes or any kind of thing that you can perhaps offer? Maybe donations towards these projects in any way, shape, or form. How will you be handling investments in the shopping district?
Am I going first again?
Yeah, we'll be going with you first as usual.
Well, for a start, for the shopping district, this has already been an established shopping district for this season, for this world, and this island that we're living on right now. I don't believe that setting up taxes suddenly would be a very fair thing to everybody. I do think that community contributions such as donations or events such as the auction where money is brought in for certain things, like if someone wants to sell a whole bunch of stuff that they have to a whole bunch of other people and get money for that, a portion of that could be given, not taken specifically, but given to the shopping district to be put towards projects. But also remember, the materials that we're buying with all this money are owned by all the members anyway, so they can also just give up some of their items or use some of the items in the builds, or be paid, or be paid to contribute items to the build. We're all just a community of people all together. So really, anything that we have or that we give can be directed however we wish to it into the swarm. So that also means that while taxation will not be a thing on the server, if you elect me as king, in the future, for a more standardized shopping district, because this one, I will admit, this one had a little bit of a weird style, like people put their shop there, and we have to connect the roads together. In the future, there will be a little bit more of a standardization, hopefully, but as for right now, that will not be the case. I do not think it's fair for us to impose taxation on what we have right now, because everything is just a bit higgledy-piggledy. But contributions and donations will definitely be a thing in the future.
All right, and now we'll go with Saram.
Right. Well, the issue which I see with Adz 17 here is that you can't keep an economy afloat without any sort of form of tax. I don't imply because, Rich, obviously I need to give out handouts and stuff like that, stimulus checks basically to allow people to build certain things. So, Rich, a small percentage of a tax, depending on what stores you own, shall be taken up a small percentage of whatever you earn. But once again, this goes towards infrastructure of the server and back into your pockets when you receive a stimulus, or if you help work on the projects. So really, the dimes that are taken, depending on how much you contribute to back into society itself, will determine on you already getting a bunch of that back, but also even more potentially. If we're only running on handouts, you're going to dry up the bank at the moment. You're going to ruin the economy. We're not going to have enough to go around. Either that, or you're not going to be making enough projects to, actually make any significant improvement to the server. You'll keep the server stuck in the past.
But you see all the rich players that have all the diamonds anyway can put in the diamonds into the shops, and also they're the people that have the most materials that can be shoved into projects. I myself in Adz Labs have chests full of stone, full of wood that I can just shove into anything that I need. The rich can build, and the poor can benefit.
So you plan to take people's resources for
No, I'm asking them to give what they want to for projects to be able to build it up, and also if we have a deficit of resources, we can all go resource collecting together. That's a nice big event.
I think people should be paid for giving their resources from the government. If someone wants to donate their resources, they should get paid for it.
Well, you see, yep, continue, yep.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap that up there. I was actually thinking, as you guys were discussing, everything in this entire shopping district costs around 1 diamond, and it's at the point where people have stacks upon stacks of diamond blocks, and I feel as if the economy is becoming less of an economy and more of just pebbles being thrown into boxes. I feel as if everything is much too low priced compared to the amount of money that everyone on the server has, and I was just wondering how you guys would plan on handling such a matter.
Well, it's certainly not fair to just ask people to raise all their prices immediately. That would cause a problem in the economy as well, which is everyone's diamonds being drained for that. And the thing is, diamonds can be mined. That's just a fact of life. The monetary system that we're using can be mined, and so more of it can be found, and more diamonds can also be found than the materials that are being sold. So really, the price of the items does reflect the fair value of the items, and also people competing for prices, saying, I'll sell a book for a diamond, I'll sell 2 books for a diamond, I'll sell 3 books for a diamond. That's just a thing of business. The lower prices are a result of players' actions and players' wants on the server. People have more diamonds than resources, so it's easier to chuck them into whatever you need to, and the prices get lowered because the resources are more scarce. So really, the only thing that we can do is there actually isn't anything that we can do. This is the reality of in an economy with using diamonds. If we were to use something like a more unique block that was used for payment, that would be a lot harder to do, and would have a a limited money supply. Wouldn't be able to mine it. But again, I don't think that's something that we can set up right now, since we already have this economy in place. In the future, there can be massive changes where, say for a new season, we can have a whole new monetary system. But as for now, this is kind of the system that we have in place right now. Yeah, if everyone agrees if everyone votes that they want to have a new monetary system, that can be put in place by the king, i.e. me. But as for now, there's nothing that we can really do about that right now, I believe. Shimtov?
Alright.
Right. I think there's plenty we can do at 7. The issue that we face at the moment is inflation.
Ooh.
Rich, with so many diamonds in circulation, there's still more every now and again from people mining. Rich, inflation has become a massive problem. As there's been more and more sold, the prices just stayed the same. Rich, back in the beginning when diamonds were worth quite a bit because there weren't as many in circulation, it made sense for our prices to be so low. The issue that we've found is that people don't want to bring their prices up because they fear that people are going to go to other stores. Rich, one of the things which solves this problem is, once again, the taxation thing I mentioned just before. This will drive people to bring their prices up a little bit, and it's honestly not that much of an inconvenience for people. People have so many diamonds these days that it's not going to be much of a problem in their bank accounts to have to spend maybe a diamond or 2 more for whatever the items they need. Diamonds are plentiful these days. With that in place, Rich, then if you people in the thing there, hold on, and the thing which allows the prices to go up, and which incentivizes people to do that, obviously, is since there's taxes, which if they increase the amount of diamonds that they make, once again, it's only a small percentage that they have, it will give them more diamonds to take home and keep, which is a bit of incentive for them to raise their prices a bit, as everyone has to kind of do that to keep up above the tax threshold, I suppose, of things, which they don't want to have little diamonds for what they're already making, when we can easily raise our prices without issue.
All right.
So tax will help cause that, because I know so more diamonds come into the economy, more diamonds go back to them.
Okay.
For which, if by Adz 7 saying having a certain block can be mined, that's not really going to solve the problem, because it's just another item that can be mined somewhere else. For which,
I didn't say it would be I mean like a unique item, like such as Playhead or something.
Rich, the issue is that, Rich, after a while, I feel like we're going to run into a very similar problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see Adz 7's solution as much of a long-term solution. It's more just delaying the inevitable of inflation.
Yeah.
Well, I do. Yeah.
All right. Here, I'm just gonna move on to the next segue here. So,
Okay.
a lot of the time, you'll go to the shopping district and you'll be looking for something, and sometimes it'll be there, but sometimes it won't be there. I've actually come to the shopping district multiple times looking for a specific item, only to find that it's gone missing. And I feel as if a lot of people are focusing on competitive businesses rather than supplies, such as sponges. I don't think there's any sponge stores around here, and I feel like that's actually something that a lot of people could use.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to do about the lack of specific resources being found in the shopping district?
Well, as founder CEO and owner of AdZlabs, I have a massive conglomerate of materials and resources available. So what that means is that with all the associates that I have under my belt, if there's a specific need for a specific item, like someone saying in the Discord server in the shopping, can anyone help me with this kind of thing? What the AdZlabs associates can do is we can band together and we can actually try and... You know what's a good idea, actually? We have adding to that... I just... in the middle of the thing, I just go, you know what? With the AdZlabs store, we could actually, if we get a request for something, then the AdZlabs associates can band together. We can find a specific resource. We can help collect it together and sell it out of AdZlabs with a and the profits. If we make a lot of diamonds with the profits, everyone involved in the actual collecting the resource and setting up the shop can all be shared the profits around between us. So really, it could just be asking AdZlabs, hey, can we get the specific thing, like sponges, for instance? We all go out to sea temples. We defeat the things, we get the things, get a sponge, bring it back, sell them in the shop, and everyone gets what they want. Everyone gets the profit, share of the profit. Everyone has fun going out getting the thing. No real downside that I can see there. Just if there's a request, it can be fulfilled by people who are interested in fulfilling it.
All right. Yeah. So let's go on to your point here.
Adz 7, I feel there's a bit of a conflict of interest right there, saying that you use your power to basically go, oh, let's build more shops for AdZlabs rather than anything else, which go to profits for you and your associates.
The people who want to help, yes.
Not everybody, not people on the server. For which, what I would propose, which if a thing is needed, if there's an outcry for a certain resource requested to the king, there will immediately be some diamonds set aside to be given to whoever wants to build a store for it. Which it will incentivize a player to go, oh, I can get, I'll be paid to build this store, whatever, and maintain it. Okay, sure, I can do that. Once again, it's a stimulus, which it allows for whoever wants to go out and do this. It motivates someone to go, right, I want to make a store.
But that also would stimulate competition.
Rather than going, well, then that's just, it just creates more stores, and that resource will be there. For which, once again, if AdZlabs is the one constantly making it, that sounds a bit like a monopoly. Which I don't think SIRR should be the one in charge of having all the shops popping up. They should be in the hands of the people who should be allowed to build these stores. If a thing is required, SIRR will help make that store be created. If multiple people want to try and make a competing store for it, sure. But whoever wants to be the first one to come, whatever, shall receive from the handout for the stimulus to be able to build it. Incentivizing people to make these resources and get it for themselves, not making it privatized.
But also getting people to go do it themselves. They would not have the resources that AdZlabs can provide to be able to go out on this massive quest and be able to have all the gear and tools and potions that they need to go out and collect things.
Are you saying, Adz 7, you don't think the people are capable of going out and just
I think it's a lot easier when you have help
all the
behind
time
you.
for all the stores here. If people want to go get themselves some help, it would work the same way as any other person's store has here. People have made stores from nothing in the past, and people shall do it
All the
again.
AdZlabs associates band together for a big old team, big old recording, da 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 on next edition. That's a great video.
Yeah, but that, once again, Adz 7, that's just limiting it to AdZlabs. That's a monopoly, and that's very single-minded.
Well, you know.
If one person is able to, right, I want to build a store, let me grab my friends and let's all band together and do that way. Not just AdZlabs. Everybody should be able to build a store, and everybody should be able to help if they are requested. If someone wants to build a store and use some of that diamonds that they're getting from the government to build their store, they should be able to hand it out with those people who want to help with the store. If you want to team up with other people, they can do that as well. But I do not think your way of doing it is the correct way. I think people should be incentivized to do it and be given diamonds to do so, as requested by the community.
All right, your opinion. Move on.
All right. So, all right, so we're going to move on from the shopping district. Actually, we're going to be talking about new players. So, as you can see, there is literally 3 people in the crowd, and we have, like 15 people in the server in total?
Yeah.
How are we going to be managing? Is there any changes that you'll be making to any kind of new members or any kind of any like let's say someone joins the server and we're already like nearing the end of the season now.
Well,
what are you going to do to get them back on their feet?
what
are you going to do to give them, some protection from the beginning?
I hear you, but you see, with the thing with the auction moment that we had, that was actually a pivotal point in the server where we decided that all the new members that were joining, all the old members that were leaving, we're going to keep these members until next season because we are very late in the season right now. There's nothing that we can really do when a new person joins. There'll be like 2 episodes in, and then we finished. We've got a story going on right now. We've got this. We've got the selection happening. There's going to be a king. The king's going to make important decisions, and that's hopefully going to lead towards, some grand finale type thing. But bring someone in right now. This is a very set up thing. If someone's going to join a server, I would think they'd want to join, in the beginning, so that it'll be fair. Again, another thing with fairness, and spreading out everything. So, currently, no new members would be able to join the server for the next couple months or so. But when it comes time for, say, like the new update or like a new season or something, there will be a whole host of new people coming in, and probably some people leaving if they decide they want to. But as for right now, there won't be anyone else joining. I don't believe, because I actually don't think that'll be fair or really as good. It's just they'll be waiting for the next season anyway. It's like, can I join the server? Great. All right, we'll see you next season. That's only going to be in however long it takes.
All right. Yeah. So how are you taking on this?
Yeah, I don't think that we should be having new members coming in at this stage in the server. Rich, I reckon we should be focusing on the people we have and bringing closer this community that we have already. I think that the community we have here of these people are absolutely fantastic. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Rich, I think the community that we have here is absolutely fantastic, and we should be focusing on trying to bring these people closer together and making more of a united community. For people who want to come in later, I feel like that things could be set up. For which I think there's could be some things at the moment, but at the moment I don't think we need to focus on bringing any new people, as we already have quite a few at the moment. I think we should. Strongly would try to make certain server events to try and encourage communication and cooperation, which will help bring the server more united together.
All right, that is very. Both had very reasonable answers. So I think there is quite a lot of divide between these two parties, and in fact I believe you guys are the only 2 established actual companies in the server as far as I know. There may be some Han Sage tech going on, but apart from that I'm pretty sure it is just you 2. Is there any kind of company drive to this political debate here? Is it more or less of the people and more of the company? I would just like to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, you see, the whole thing about Adz is it's associates. You're not my employees, you're my associates. I always like to keep you on my same level. I have my base, you have your bases. I have my awesome tower that we do business meetings in, you have your places that we do stuff in. It's all about people for me. When people join the stuff, I say, do you want to join Adz? Because I want to be of their friends. I want to be a part of them. I want to record them. I just want to be, I want them to be a part of this thing. I want to give them a leg to stand on. I want to give them resources. I want to give them blocks. I want to give them armor. I want to see them excel to be whatever they can be. Adz is about the people. You see my son, that Adz for the people. Betterment for the server, fairness, and for the people. That's my main thing. I just want people. I want to have fun. I want to talk to people. I want to make videos. It's great. It's fun.
All right. Yeah. So we'll go on. What's your response on this?
What was the question again?
The question is, what's the deal with you? Are you for the people or are you for your business?
Ah, right. Okay, that's right. Rich, I didn't even think about this whole thing as a thing of a company. I was just thinking about just being in charge of the server and allowing people to do what they want to do. Rich, you always seem to talk about associates and people joining your ads. Rich, being a government shouldn't be something that people join onto. We should just be an entity which helps bring the people together, do what they want to do. I don't think people should have to sign up to a company that, oh, you belong to me now. That shouldn't have to happen.
But you see, I never actually say that they belong to me. I say that they get
associates. Which people shouldn't have to sign up and just be like, oh, I'm being an associate of Strongpick. They don't have to affiliate with me whatsoever. They don't have to like me if they don't want to. But I'm going to be a leader for all people, whether they associate with me or not.
Can I not like you?
You already don't.
Yay.
Rich, I just want to serve for the people and allow people to come together, do whatever they want to do. I want to be pretty hands-off, but still pretty firm with my leadership to
So-
allow things to happen.
Can I ask you a question though?
What's that, Seven?
What have you done for your people?
What have I done for my people? Rich, I've gathered them together. We've come up with great projects in Toronto. So we've got many things going on at the moment which we've got planned to do.
Mhm.
We don't
Oh, yeah.
even know the beginning at the 7.
I think you look at my massive tower and my and you see his little Japanese village, just like, yeah, okay, cool.
At the 7, I think you're just compensating.
No, I got a big PP. Next question.
All right. So yeah, so there's that whole company divide thing. I'm glad that both of you seemingly believe that the people come first, and that is always important. That
Yeah.
I believe anyway in a governmental system. Events are something that do not come very often on the server, and I was wondering if any of you had any planned events upon becoming king.
Yes, my
Indeed I
birthday's
do.
coming up in about like 10 days, or is it?
Wow,
eight
that's
days.
narcissistic.
I want to throw a big old birthday bash. I want everyone to go on an adventure. We can go out to a thing and just not specifically just my birthday, but also just as a moment to do something really cool and fun. And also, if like we said, there was an auction thing. If anyone has anything else they want to sell, we can do that kind of thing. And for any special events, like there was actually, what's the next holiday coming up? There's October's like all the way in
4th of
Halloween.
July,
We
if
just
you
passed
celebrate
Easter.
that.
yeah, we're just past Easter.
Pretty sure it's American.
June,
holiday.
July 4th, the Independence Day. We can have May the 4th be with you. Oh, we've already passed May 4th. Never mind.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, Independence Day, May 4th. July 4th. That's it. That's another thing that we could do. Just special events, or if anyone just wants to throw a party just for any reason, or if anyone has a birthday, or if anyone has something that they just want to celebrate, just like a Friday night, just like, hey, yo, let's get together and let's party, let's do some karaoke now, let's how just whenever anyone wants to request a thing, that we can just all do it together, and it'll be nice and fun. Or any events, any special outings, that kind of thing.
All right. It is you.
It's like, oh, that was a good answer.
Rich,
Right,
one of the things which was considered, actually, I would like to see, and I've seen other people request it, is something I'd like to do soon is a PvP tournament, because obviously there's a bit of unrest with people, and I think a PvP tournament would be a great event to have soon to allow some people to get their frustrations out, and also, you know, it's a bit of friendly competition, something to bring some people together, and just have some fun. Other events can be organised, which obviously May the 4th could be something interesting. Adz brings up something there, which I think anyone should be able to come up and give a holiday, something they want to do,
exactly.
even something of their national holiday if they want to do that as well. If someone's from a certain part of the globe where they got a special tradition that they would like to put on the server.
It's like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day, if someone's Irish and they want to put something on the server to do St. Paddy's Day, which we've already passed it for this year, but let's just have something done. We could put some flags of their country up, anything like that. But even if other people have ideas for like an event that they would like to have happen,
Just come to the
Stormtech
king
can
and he'll
put some
say,
funds
"Yep, let's
aside
do
to
it."
Have that happen. Yeah, Rich. I think, Rich, if someone's got an idea for an event, I reckon it should be done. Just something.
Oh no, there's terrorists!
This is why we need the defense system, Adz 7.
Guns!
Okay. So,
Just any offensive
did you?
memories.
Yeah, you answered the last question. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, so one major question that is very important and probably the most important question ever heard of all time. Do you like cats?
I like cats. I like dogs better personally. I think I like dogs are my favorite. But if you have a cat, that's pretty cool. If you're a cat person, that's cool. But don't say you don't like dogs, because that's not dogs. Dogs love you. Dogs love you. We love dogs. Dogs are great. But cats are also great. Just not as great. To me, because I'm a dog person.
Okay.
I'm biased, which cats and dogs are equally good as all people should
Ah,
be and all
boo.
creatures should be. Which I think cats are great. They're fun. They can do a lot of just some silly things that just make me laugh. Dogs can do the same, which I favour none over the other. I think they're both fantastic pets for people who want to have them.
He's really trying to be really hard being a politician.
I've got one down in my base right now. Actually, I've got a dog and a cat.
He's trying to be a politician. Like I said, like none is better than the other. All is equal. Or I have no strong opinions one way or the other.
Okay.
I'm just not biased, Adz 7.
Okay.
All right. That makes
so-
sense. You know, I think we should wrap it up here. That is all the questions that we had. prepared
I
up for
reckon,
today.
Deppy.
Do you have any last?
I think we should have a section where we decide talk about why we think we should be elected,
All right.
and why
Yeah.
we shouldn't
Yeah.
vote for the other
We'll
person.
wrap up with that. Why do you believe that you should be president? Let's
Prez King.
King.
King. Yeah, that.
Okay. You're just running around crazily. So as I've already said, the main thing about my candidacy, my platform, is the fair and equal distribution of wealth on this server, be able to help people who I need, and also what's the other one? Fair and equal distribution on the server, and safety. That's right. We have the Azos bunker. As king, I'll be able to help bring safety up on the server. The thing with the mobs that Storm12 said, with the phantoms, that is a bit of a problem. We can do things against it. I don't really think having guns all over the place is the answer. but there are certain things that we can do, such as having it seems like the best way to do that is just to sleep whenever we need to. So just having sleeping spots. There we have. We've got beds over there. We've got beds around here. We're just having little rooms to sleep there we need to. But also just having, with the Adz Labs resources, giving out bows, really good bows to people who need them, to be able to shoot things out of the sky if need be. But also just the main thing being the people. I just want to help make this place a better place. I want to make everyone happy. I want everyone to be fair in distribution of everything. I want to have events where people can come together and play and mine resources and make videos together. I just want everyone to have a whole bunch of fun and just to not be under some sort of horrible regime or.
Wow.
All right. So how would you answer this?
Well, the first thing with SirRomTech, Rich, straight away, is that, Rich, we want everything to be equal and we want everything to be better for everybody. Rich, society should not stay the same and be stuck in the past. We should be always striving to go towards the future. Wealth shall be given to the people as well as to projects for people to do it, and incentivize people to do things across the server. Building great monuments to inspire people, and also just add grandeur to the server for an empire that can last 1,000 years. Also, do you really think Adz is going to do a lot of things he does? Adz is not a person of change. You can tell just by the way that he does all these references all the time. He's stuck in 2014. He doesn't want the future. He wants to stay in the present.
2013.
Whatever. You're proving my point. Do you really want to? Do you want a brony? Actually, something I actually.
May I have a rebuttal?
No, not yet, Adz7. You cannot rebuttal just yet. Something which actually I would like to bring up with you guys quickly is if you could all quickly go to this link which I have provided here. We have some leaked footage.
Oh no. I can't click on that.
Oh, you can't. Usually you can click on it. Hold on, let me just put it into Discord instead.
Storm12, this sounds like lies and slander.
No, Adz7. This is the truth.
Oh no.
Everybody may want to put this into like full screen or whatever. Or just we all hit play at the same.
sending
Yeah,
it
we're all
general?
gonna have to play at the same time.
Where are you putting this?
I'm going to be putting it in. I put it in the text channel of the invoice one.
Alright.
Yeah, so everyone bring it up and pause it.
Okay. Oh no.
Are we all ready?
Yep.
Everybody? Yeah. Okay. Everybody hit play in 3, 2, 1. Do we really want this person in power? Adz7, we caught him here on the spy cam. Killing puppies. Rich, that's not just propaganda. He actually did this. We caught him on tape. Rich.
You can tell it's not me because I'm not shaking my head around crazily. I'm way too stoic here. This is obviously
this
you.
is Adz7. No, this is not me, Adz7. And Rich, how do you think he makes his concrete? He sells his concrete. He grabs the blood of the puppies and dyes it to make his red concrete. He is absolutely
That's not how you
heartless.
dye concrete. You're doing a crafting table, not a cauldron.
He is absolutely heartless. Adz7 is absolutely heartless. Do you really want this guy as your leader for King?
No.
Do you really want someone who lies and spreads rumors about people to be king?
I personally don't think so. I don't think you want a person like that to be your leader. Rich, if that's just the first thing that we were able to scoop up on Adz7, what else do you think lies beneath the surface?
I literally just said I love dogs. Seriously, puppy killer. That's the best you got. Puppy killer.
Yes, you kill puppies and you use their blood to dye your concrete.
You frick puppies.
I don't have a dick. I'm a robot.
That is a fair
wish.
point, actually. That's a.
He can
Yeah,
finger
that's
them.
a fair point.
You don't just have to use your dick to frick things. You can use your
Collateral,
hands.
but like okay. So that was
guys,
very
come on, you really-
very surprising and brutal. I actually watched that right in front. That was horrifying.
I know, it was completely him. He just had to put on my face or whatever.
Either
and she did
way,
that.
that was very brutal and like.
It was
whoever-
brutal.
if it-
Do you really want a guy show that video to the public to be king?
Do
How
you,
horrible.
do
Why
you
would
think
do
that these things should be hidden from the public at the 7? Things that you don't want people to see?
I think you shouldn't go around killing puppies.
That was not me at the 7. That was you.
Eggs.
We caught you on tape.
Jeez. Alright, well, I think that's the end of the thing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be wrapping up
That's seven.
the presidential debate, even though it's a king debate. But I'm calling it presidential since what are you gonna call it, kingadental? I mean, think about it.
The king's dental.
We're gonna wrap up this this debate here. You can either vote for ads or sir. It's up to you. Do what you want. Any final words from either party?
Yes, Storm 12. After all that's been said, you know, I still just want to uphold my thing of fairness and positivity. So, you know, may the best man / robot win.
I plan to.
That was mean. That was mean.
Vote SIRR if you want a powerful leader.
Vote Adz if you don't want smelly, and if you want fairness and happiness and friend times.
Alright, so I'd say it's safe to wrap up here. Thank you all for coming to the election, all 3 of you. It was very fun.
We're done?
I'm sure we all had a lot of time. We're gonna wrap up here.
Remember what I taught you, Quasimodo. You are deformed.
I am deformed.
And you are ugly.
And I am ugly.